Hey art snackers, welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, or in case you're new here, my name is Roxanne, also known as By Bun, and I'm a mixed media artist and illustrator. So there's a lot happening in the world at the moment, and like myself, a lot of you are probably watching this at home during this time of social distancing. That said, let's slow things down a bit, de-stress, and get creative. And man, am I grateful more than ever for ArtSnacks shipping fresh art supplies straight to my front door. So grab a cup of tea, some coffee, a snack, your April ArtSnacks box, and let's get ready to stay home and make some art. Because this is the ArtSnacks box breakdown. Welcome back to another box breakdown, the monthly video series where we take a closer look at some of the supplies and techniques found in the latest ArtSnacks box. And remember, when you see this icon appear on your screen, it means it's an ArtSnacks Plus item. This month, I'm inspired by what most of us are doing right now, and that is staying home. And with a perfectly curated April box, ArtSnacks is giving me everything I need to create an illustration from start to finish. I've also got something a little extra for you all, so be sure to watch this video all the way to the end. Okay, enough of the chit chat. Let's get started, shall we? As usual, we'll begin with our substrate found in the ArtSnacks Plus box. This is the Rembrandt watercolor paper block. This brand new product has 20 sheets of 300 GSM cold press paper. It's also made of 100% top quality cotton, and you can actually really get a sense of that by its medium fine grade texture and overall feel. And an obvious reminder, this is a paper block, so it's adhered on all sides so that you can work right into it without your paper curling on you. But as you've seen me do with previous videos, I have to take the paper out for filming purposes. Gotta get those good camera angles, you know? To remove a sheet, find the spot where there's no adhesive. Then just slide a palette or X-Acto knife into it and cut the piece away. It goes without saying, if using an X-Acto knife, be careful and take your time while removing. With my paper ready to go, I'll quickly get a sketch down using a pencil from a previous ArtSnacks box. Here, you'll see I'm drawing up a group of houses that will fill up my sheet of paper. With 4 houses sketched out, I now want to give them a nice outline. For this, I'm grabbing our next item, the Sakura Pigma Micron PN. Oh, this is a good one, guys, and it happens to be a staff favorite too. PN stands for plastic nib, which is what gives this pen so much versatility. Just adjust the pressure of your hand to create different line work. I especially love this pen for tiny details and even writing in my traveler's notebook. But what is especially handy is that the ink is quick drying and waterproof, which is just the thing my sketch needs, knowing I've got some wet media up ahead. If you've been watching the breakdown for a while now, you know I often say that you can always outline things with a waterproof pen first, but now I'm actually doing it. With a contour heavy and detailed sketch like this, inking everything out with a crisp outline first will make everything easier later on. With my sketch outlined, I'm ready to start laying in color. For this, I'm grabbing the FaberCastell Gold Faber Aqua Watercolor pencils. And that's right, you're getting 2 of them in your box this month. These are water-soluble color pencils that are super pigmented and light fast. So any color you put down, you can fan out with a wet brush, transforming your pencil drawing into watercolor. And there's so many different ways that you can layer and play with these, so definitely don't be afraid to experiment. I got a pair of warm colors in my box, so I'll use the red on the roofs and the brown yellow hue into the walls of the houses. Taking a tea break, taking a tea break. Now you might be thinking that this is a super light coat of colored pencil, but if you remember that little swatch I showed you earlier, as soon as I hit this with water, things will get very vibrant. And oh, how handy! Our next item is just the thing I need to make this happen. Meet the Tombow water brush. Take your paintbrush and water cup on the go with this new product from Tombow. It's got a flexible flat tip and an easy to fill barrel body. I always like to keep a little piece of paper towel with my water brushes in my pencil bag so that right before I get started, I can give it that initial little squeeze. This gets the water running and helps you gauge the amount being held by your bristles. I will also continue to do this periodically to keep that water flowing to my brush. In my opinion, water brushes are a must-have in your art supply stash. I use these all the time in my sketchbook and with my mixed media work. And what makes this one cool is that square flat tip. And here it's really helpful with these geometric shapes, allowing me to come right up to the edges. And of course, you can see that our micron ink isn't budging at all as I run over it with water. With my water-soluble pencil acting like a base coat of color, I can now start to put more in. Next up are the FaberCastell Pitt Big Brush Artist Pens. These pens are big, you guys, so you can really cover some ground with that brush nib that comes to a perfect point. And it's like I'm getting double vision again, because just like your pencils, you're getting two this month. With their India ink, you're looking at color that is pigmented, light fast, and waterproof. I grabbed a green gold and cobalt green in my box, so first I'll use the green gold in the windows and as an accent in certain areas of the houses. You'll see that even though this is a pretty chunky pen, I'm still able to get into these tiny areas just because how fine the point comes to. Next, I'll grab that cobalt green and use it to fill in my background. With everything filled in and really popping with color, I can start working on finishing details. Let's now grab our last item from this month's box, the Mullet Liquid Chrome Marker. This super unique marker has got an alcohol-based ink that is crazy metallic. It reminds me of, you know, that one guy in Terminator 2 that's all liquid metal? It's like that, but in a marker. Wow, you can actually really hear it in there. To get the ink flowing, simply pump the marker on some scrap paper. As part of my finishing touches, I'm going to use this guy two different ways. First, I'll do my good old wax paper technique and scribble some of the marker down. Then with a detail brush from a previous ArtSnacks box, I'll dip and apply it to my illustration. To note, you can also rub your brush right onto the nib of the marker for the same technique. A random fun fact for you, I've also used this same technique to add metal accents to my Dungeons & Dragons miniatures. Nerd! After painting some accents into the houses, I'll then use the marker straight up to add dots all over my background. Originally, I thought I was only going to add a few, but then I kind of went overboard because this marker is so much fun. Oops. With all that chrome detail in, I'm now going to return back to our colored pencils and micron pen to add just a bit more finishes. And with our cozy cute houses all detailed up, there you have it guys, the April ArtSnacks box. As a little bonus for you all, I've turned this month's artwork into a free digital download. And I've included not only the full color version, but an outline version of it too. Feel free to print it out and color it, cut it out and collage it, stick it in your sketchbook, or simply use as inspiration. There's a link down below where you can grab it. If you're new to ArtSnacks and want to start getting art supplies shipped right to your front door, there's a link down below where you can sign up. Of course, while you're here, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe for future box breakdowns, join us for free over on Mix, and follow ArtSnacks on social media. This has been another ArtSnacks box breakdown. Stay safe and stay home, everyone, and I'll see you all next month. Bye! Looking for more to do while you stay home and make art? Be sure to check out the box breakdown playlist here on the channel to binge watch all the episodes. Need more art supplies? Check out the ArtSnacks shop where you can treat yourself to some new goodies. Want to find some creative homies online? Join us for free over on Mix. It's a huge creative community full of artists sharing their work and posting what they're up to. ArtSnacks has it all, folks, and I've put all the links for you down below. Time for more tea and another snack. I'll see you next time. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. That was really dramatic, okay.